Hello everyone, I am Vijay Chitkara. I participated in Google Summer of Code in the years 2018 and 2019 with an organization named Public Lab. In this video, we will be discussing about how to choose the perfect organization wherein we will be making contributions in order to get selected to Google Summer of Code. Right. So please subscribe to our channel to view more such videos in future. So there are tons of organizations out there, and to shortlist one or two of them is not really an easy task. For me, it took around a couple of weeks to make this shortlisting process. Right. So when starting with this shortlisting process, we should always ask ourselves one particular question: that is there any technology or tech stack in which we are comfortable with or we have decent knowledge with? And if the answer is yes, it makes it really easy for us to choose a couple of organizations from a lot of organizations, right? So when I was aspiring to be a part of Google Summer of Code, I had decent amount of knowledge about Ruby on Rails. So what I did was I googled organizations whose code base was set up in Ruby on Rails, and there I came to know about Public Lab. So Public Lab had their website whose tech stack was built in Ruby on Rails, and it was a perfect fit for me, right? Another organization named OpenSUSE was recommended by a friend who was already contributing in OpenSUSE, and told that this organization had their code base built in Ruby on Rails, so it was again a good fit for me, right? So what I what I mean to say is that having decent amount of knowledge about any particular tech stack makes it really easy for us to boil down to a couple of organizations in which we could contribute to in order to get selected to this program, right? Apart from that, we could also make use of Google Summer of Code's archives. So this is something which could help us determine which organizations were previous year's participants in this program, and this was something which was really helpful for me in judging if an organization is going to participate in the current year's edition of Google Summer of Code. So it is highly recommended to go through the Google Summer of Code's archives, and it makes sense when we choose organizations who were previous 2 to 3 years participants in the Google Summer of Code program, right? And that is what I did as well. From these two organizations, I decided to set them up both locally on my system. So what I did was that I headed over to the README pages for both the repositories for these respective organizations. README consists of all the instructions about setting up the project locally on various operating systems and environments. So therefore it is a good idea to have a look at these readmes before setting up the project or for setting up the project on your local machine, right? So now comes the final step, wherein we are required to play around with the code base for a couple of weeks and choose one particular organization from this shortlisted set in which we are going to contribute a lot in future. So the way I did this was that I headed over to the issues page for both the organizations and saw if there was anything interesting going on for me to contribute. Apart from that, I also made sure that both these organizations were active, and I realized this when during the application process where one of the shortlisted organizations was not participating in that year's edition of Google Summer of Code. So that was a good decision to check on the activities of both the organizations. So summing it up in a few words, we should have knowledge about the tech stack. We should have a look at the Google Summer of Code's archives, and we should play around with the code bases and see if there is anything interesting for you to contribute. And finally, check on the activities of all the shortlisted organizations before you make your decision, right? So that's pretty much it on shortlisting the organizations. Hope you like this video. Thank you.
For new programming updates and videos, subscribe to Coding Ninjas channel.